Guys, you want to talk about failure? You want to talk about failure? I know her. I know her very well. Me and her. Y'all, it is only Wednesday. This week is kicking my butt. And yeah, let's talk about it. But right now, we're gonna get ready to go to the gym. It's kind of late, but I'm gonna wear some makeup anyway, just to make myself feel a little better because I'm not feeling too hot right now. So I have been pushing myself a little bit too hard. I think I'm not exactly sure what's considered too hard or not. And maybe it's because for so long I feel like people have perceived me as lazy and spoiled, you know. And so I really feel like I have to prove myself. And especially after like failing so many times, I really felt like if I push myself hard enough, you know, I can not feel so much like a failure. But the thing about failure is it really is inevitable. Like no matter what you do, you're gonna fail at something. And I see a lot of creators talk about how when you do fail, it means that you're trying. And let me tell you something, I know a lot about trying and failing, okay? It can start back so far, from middle school to high school. Like, you know, I just never really fit in anywhere. And I've always really wanted friends. I really wanted, you know, someone to connect with. When I did eventually get that, it ended up low-key ruining my life. A lot of my failures was just me trying to seek something that I really should have been looking for within myself. I try to not focus too much on the past because it's nothing there for me. But lately, I think because I've been pushing myself so hard, I can't help but to think back on the times that I failed and how it felt and how I don't want to feel like that again. But you know what? If it wasn't for those failures, I wouldn't be pushing myself so hard right now. Like I did kind of used to be lazy, you know, I kind of did used to think things are supposed to fall into my lap. But now that I have failed so many times, I feel like I work a lot harder for the things that I do want. Like y'all, it's been so many times where I've tried and I just couldn't get anywhere. Like in high school, I tried out for the dance team, I tried out for the majorette team, I tried out for so many different teams and I never made it. I went to the army and got kicked out. I went to the college and got kicked out. Like, so humiliating, so embarrassing. Guys, you want to talk about failure? You want to talk about failure? I know her. I know her very well. Me and her, she got me on speed dial. But you know what? It's okay because it taught me so many things. And it taught me a lot about myself too. This looks orange on camera. I promise y'all it's not orange. I feel like I don't get my chin enough. But yeah, and it hurt, y'all. It hurts so bad to fail. It hurts so bad. So you can understand the fear of not wanting to feel that again. But as much as I know failure, I'm still scared of her. And I shouldn't be. And neither should you. Because failure really forced me to become better. It forced a glow up on me for real. Because all the times people talked about me, made fun of me, made me feel bad about my looks, made me feel bad about myself. It made me think, okay, I need to be better. I need to do this. I want to elevate. Because the feeling of being down, the feeling of people looking down on you, it is not good and I hate that feeling. So I want to rise above it. And that's what failure did to me. Failing out of friendships, failing out of like college before I even start, that was humiliating. I was 18 and my best friend, who I'm not friends with anymore, was pretty much sabotaging my life. And I had no idea because I was so desperate for friendship. And I didn't realize that people can be jealous of you and want to destiny swap with you. And that's pretty much has been going on with my life with friendships as long as I can remember. And with that, with being sabotaged, like it caused failure after failure. And it just turned into like a snowball effect of my life flipping upside down and me losing everything. Don't do what I did. I was 18 and I smoked in my dorm. It was not the smartest decision at all. And I'm the only one who got in trouble and got kicked out. but I got banned from campus and classes hadn't even started yet, y'all. And so I had to go home and explain to my mom what happened. That was so humiliating. And then I had to get a job. And let me tell y'all, I'm not good at keeping a job. I never was able to keep a job. And after year of failing and trying and failing and trying, I finally think I grasped the concept of that no matter what, fear is inevitable. As long as you're trying, that's all that matters. Because for me, I think that I so badly wanted to be accepted that I look past my own personal traits that could elevate me. And so every time that I fail, I got right back up. And that's what you have to do. You have to get right back up. Because laying there and letting everybody step all over you and make it seem like you the burden is just not, that's not it. Because let me tell you something, it doesn't feel good when you fail. But it'll feel a lot better when you overcome those failures. Even if it takes years. I know that doesn't sound ideal. Who wants to take years to not feel like crap? But it's better than feeling like crap forever. Like time and time after again, people made me feel so small because, you know, I just wasn't on their level. You know what I'm saying? And people only really respect you when you are successful. If we're being honest, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I don't know where I'm going with this. I do know that the curveballs that life threw me, and some of them could have been avoided if I just simply believed in myself more, if I had more confidence. A lot of the failures that I experienced were because I did not have enough confidence to fulfill those desires. I should have been more confident. I should have looked at myself as someone worthy of having these things. But it taught me so much. So when I talk about failure, I talk about failure at so many different areas in life. I failed at friendships. I'm honestly surprised I haven't failed in my relationship. But I feel a lot better than I did 2 years ago about the failures that I experienced. I feel like if I had not experienced those things in the past, it would not have made me strong enough to endure the things of my future. Because I know life still has so much more ahead of me, and I feel more equipped to handle it now than I did back then. I am ready for the things it takes to succeed versus back then where I didn't even think it was possible because of my failures. I thought because I failed so many times that it does not matter what I do, I'm gonna always fail. That I'm always gonna be a failure. That it's just not meant for me to win. But after, you know, educating myself, being online, seeing other people overcome their adversities, I realized that my life really isn't that bad. You know, oh well, you may have failed sometimes, you may have lost sometimes, but it's not the end of the world. I have to do something with my hair. Failure is not the end of the world. That's what I had to learn because I've lost it all and I'm still here. I'm here and I'm better. But you know what it cost me? I had to cash in on those failures. That's what it cost me. Feeling like a loser, you know? Do y'all know what it feels like to feel like a loser? I feel like a loser. It doesn't feel good. I didn't want that to be my story. I didn't want that to be who I am. But after failing so many times, I realized that I gotta prove something to my haters. Like, I can't let these people see me lose. That's just not an option for me. Absolutely not. After they laughed at me while I was down, people will kick you while you're down, y'all. After that, after being kicked while I was down by someone I thought was close to me, laughing at me, kikiing with the ops, y'all. Kikiing with the ops. Like, okay, don't worry. Watch this. That changed me. Someone I trusted kikiing with my ops, telling them my business, telling them how bad I'm doing. I said, oh, okay, watch this. And I know you shouldn't do things out of spite. I know. But after failing so many times, you need some type of motivation to push you past that threshold. I work really hard now so that I don't have to worry about it or feeling like that ever again. Because sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I pushing myself so hard? Why am I damn near killing myself to reach my goals? Failure is an option. Failure made me better. Failure pushed me to the point where it doesn't matter if I fail or not again. I'm going to get right back up. I'm having a rough week, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to the gym. especially school-wise. It's been a rough week. It doesn't matter. I still have next week. I still have tomorrow. I was just rambling in this video. I don't know where I was getting at, honestly. I just know that this week I've been pushing myself really hard, and I had to stop and ask myself, is it worth, you know, pushing yourself to this limit? And you're like, yeah, it's worth it. So even pushing myself past my limits can't hurt me anymore. That's what failure has done to me. So I really hope this gave you something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where I was going with this, but I hope it was a little bit helpful. You got something from it. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Bye.